For more than 3 centuries, Americans have built their own guns. And now it's more popular than ever. Today, 3 builders race the clock and each other. They face a mission-specific box of parts and a series of challenges. The winner earns bragging rights, prizes, and takes home a gun. This is BuildBox.
My name is Ursula Williams. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I've been in the gun industry for about 7 years now as a competitive shooter and firearm instructor. I just got out of law enforcement after 17 years, and being a professional shooter, I do 3-gun and USPSA. So I do a lot of pistol, rifle, and shotgun, and actually been overseas as well, representing the U.S. in shotgun. I'm pretty smart, been around the game for a little bit, so I'm hoping that I win, but I am going in with a I will win this attitude.
My name is Kenzie Fitzpatrick. I'm an avid 3-gun shooter. I love shooting competitions in general. I'm in the media industry and marketing, so I love social media, and I get to work with clients all across the country in the shooting industry. So I'm really living my dream right now, which has been really incredible. About a year ago, I got into rifle building. I took an actual AR-15 armorer's course to learn. I'm really good about hands-on learning versus like videos and do it yourself, but I'm very competitive. I really like the tools, I really like learning, and I think I can do it.
My name is Adam Copley. I'm from a small town just south of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm a full-time firefighter. Over the past probably 4 years, I've built different types of guns. I started with the 223 platform, and I've modified that, and I built some PCCs as well. My plan is to make a gun that is as accurate and as highly functioning as possible, because I feel that having a functional gun is more important than the aesthetics possibly. Just because if my life depends on it, I want to make sure I have something that's super reliable and ready to go.
Builders, welcome to the Advantage Challenge range. As you can see behind me, there's a small array of targets for a short challenge. Now this challenge will be judged on time and accuracy. Both of those components can give you an advantage, and you do have the opportunity to win both of them. We're shooting a revolver today. There's 6 shots in the revolver, and there's 6 targets downrange. There is extra ammo on the table should you need to reload. We drew straws before we came out here, and Ursula, you drew the short straw, so you're first. Come on up.
I think that was probably the 3rd time in my life I've shot revolver, and it definitely showed. So still targets must fall to score. However, if you hit them too low, they're not gonna fall. So a lot of your hits have to be from that center body up to the head. And that's where I was aiming for, but me being completely unfamiliar with revolvers, oh yeah, I was just hitting them low. The fundamentals of shooting, doesn't matter what platform you're shooting, they're always gonna be the same. So I had to take a step back and actually like, hey, get your grip straight, look at your sights. And yeah, still took me a while.
I'm watching her struggle. I can just feel the lump in my throat getting bigger and bigger, like, oh gosh, am I underestimating this challenge? What's going on here?
All right. Apparently, that's not the semi-automatic you're used to.
No, not at all.
98.01, and you're just a little off the target for your bullseye shot. Next up, Kenzie.
My dad raised me on revolvers. I have a lot to hold up to here, and I really wanted to go 1 for 1. So my whole goal was, I know that shooting 1 for 1 is faster, right? So after watching Ursula, though, I was a little nervous that this was gonna go poorly. So when you're shooting a revolver, you really have to reload, I mean, after 6 shots, 5 to 6 shots, depending on the revolver. So for me to watch Ursula go as fast as possible, I knew in that case that speed was not gonna win out. You really have to be accurate with a revolver. And even though it feels slow, it's actually a lot faster.
Kenzie was lights out.
Nice job.
Nice job, Kenzie.
Okay.
Nice job.
Take your pace back there.
Kenzie rocked it. She absolutely rocked it.
Adam, come on up.
I don't shoot a lot of revolvers. I shoot a lot of semi-automatic pistols. But that gun was definitely a different type of gun to shoot, one I'm not super familiar with. It took me a couple shots to feel through and get on target.
Come on, Adam. Come on.
There you go. As soon as you miss a shot on a revolver and you only have so many bullets, you're like already in your head at that point. So I think that's what got to him.
Probably the biggest challenge I had in the beginning was feeling out and learning the path of that trigger.
You think you
Good
got
job,
it?
Adam.
I'm not sure. That
the
first
time?
target ate me up a little bit.
Okay, Adam, your time was 39.82, which means Kenzie beat you on time.
I think any advantage in a competition like this where you're nervous, you don't know what's about to happen, is gonna be a game changer. One mistake can cost you a ton of time, so having to go back and rework, whatever it looks like, I think any competitive advantage will help.
Adam, from here I can see that you are first place in the bullseye advantage.
I'm hoping it's phone a friend. In case I run into any questions, I have the ability to reach out and work through anything I don't know. I don't know what else you're gonna throw at me, so.
Both advantages will be explained to you when we get back into the shop. Are you guys ready to go in?
Both of them are going to be given advantages, and I'm probably going to be given a rock to build this gun with, so I don't know what to expect.
Build Box, brought to you by Brownells, Timney Triggers, Aero Precision, Ballistic Advantage, and Wheeler Tools.
All right, guys, welcome to the Build Box Workshop. Revolvers, fun, also challenging to shoot, right? All right, let's introduce our judges. He could catch a bass in a bathtub. Kevin Jarnagin.
I like big bass and I cannot lie.
Seriously, he's really good at catching fish. A gun trainer who wants the best from his students, but when you get the Cerino death stare, you know you messed up. Chris Cerino.
Great.
And competitive shooter, editor for GunsAmerica, and even a lawyer, don't hold it against him, True Pearce.
Justice is getting served today.
Yes, I love it. Builders, go ahead and open your build boxes. Everything in the build box and everything behind you is available to do your build. Today's build is pistol caliber creation.
I was excited when I saw it was a PCC, but also nervous because they are a little bit different than a normal AR build, but I was up for the challenge.
You'll be building a pistol caliber carbine. Now, Kenzie, you had the fastest time on the range, which means you get to pick between two advantages. The range challenge, where you get to send one of your competitors out to the range to complete a shooting challenge when you throw this flag. The clock keeps ticking, and you get to keep building. Or the mystery advantage, which could give you a leg up or hinder your competitors when you play this card. Today's mystery advantage is Judgment Day.
When I heard Judgment Day, I was like, all right, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be Terminator style or something where it like gives me a help. And I just like the advantage of having a mystery. And again, I don't wanna win based on the merit that I gave someone like trouble on the range or whatever. Let's do Judgment Day.
Why? Judgment Day it is.
I had no idea what that meant. I'm like thinking that this is something that could be used against another competitor. I'm thinking somebody's gonna give me like some Terminator robot arm part. Like I had no idea. And she was up here like, okay. And I'm just like, I don't like that. Not one bit. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
Adam, you get the range challenge.
Perfect.
So builders, for this build today, you have 3 hours to complete the build. And your time starts now. These gun builds will be judged on 4 criteria: overall appearance, individuality, meets the mission, and shootability.
This might be the first time I've ever seen people not just throw stuff up in the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they usually just rifle through it.
It would drive me nuts to have a big mess going on there.
Look at Adam organizing and stacking. I'm sure he's a thinker, you know? Hell, he's a fireman. He's smart. He's got the best job in the world. I had an opportunity to talk with Kenzie, and she has a lot of knowledge, detailed knowledge in her brain about building guns. She told me, she says, I have one of these vices, I know how to use it.
Oh, she does? Her vice?
That's the thing, it's like she's got one already. She said, oh, I love it.
Dude, those vices are legit. Ursula, what are we looking for now?
So in the lowers, that roll pin, so there's no other way to get that out.
Get the roll pin out?
What are you taking out, Ursula?
Huh? So on the arrows, they're, can't even think of the word, but the pin here is actually a screw. So go ahead taking that out, starting the lower, then I can finish the upper.
Yeah, she thought it was a roll pin.
Yeah.
They're inside of it already, so she didn't know.
Yeah. They all actually look like they know what they're doing. Like, very, yeah.
They haven't asked for help, but they kind of know.
Check for that.
All right, Ursula. You look very organized. You look very process-driven. So, pistol caliber carbines. Have you built one before?
I have not, actually.
Okay.
But I have built ARs, but there's a little, minute differences, so.
Do you have an idea of what you're building yet or not yet?
Yes, so my idea was, because I teach a lot of families, I wanted something that everybody in the family can use. So I decided to go with a shorter barrel, go with a pistol system, and something that people can actually use for home defense as well.
I like it.
But it's also not just home defense, but everybody in the home can use it.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. That's the spring that goes in. Oh, awesome, there we go.
What are you struggling with here?
Flash hider, which there's only one. I've never used this one. I read the instructions.
Now, have you built PCC before?
Yes.
Okay.
Haha. Okay, I feel better.
What's different or more challenging or easier this versus a regular AR?
I think the most easy part is not having the gas system. Like I do adjustable gas blocks, but you gotta line up the holes for that, so it can be a challenge if you get that wrong.
This looks more like a competition setup. What are you thinking?
Yep, so I'm gonna do a competition setup. So this will basically be like a practice for AR-15, so it'll be the same length of barrel and everything like that. Now, I'm gonna go colorful. I've never painted.
I got that sense that you don't like just regular
No,
black
I do
guns.
not.
Well, I cannot wait to see it. Very cool. All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
The Adam Project.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so do you have a plan yet?
No, honestly, I'm going to wing this. I'm going to
Yeah.
see how this goes.
I like it, yeah. Who needs a plan?
So I've built a 16-inch AR PCC in the past. It shoots really, really well.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of leaning towards that because I know the fundamentals that I've done in the past and some of the things I've done to make it pretty accurate, reliable, and I think I'm going to try to go that route. You got to stick to what you know, right?
Yeah, all right. Well, good. Can't wait to see it.
Great.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I got a pin stuck over here. You wanna help me get this pin out?
What's going on?
Dude, got stuck in there.
Did you loosen the screws? Did you tighten these already?
No, I did not.
Okay, Ursula got a trigger pin stuck where she couldn't get it out. So she's trying to back out the pin when she asked for help. The easiest way to do that is because the trigger was tilted a little bit with the pin. She couldn't knock it out correctly. So all you have to do is pull the actual hammer back so it relieves that pressure and lines it up again, and then you just tap out the pin. So I was able to do that in a couple seconds and help her out. Where's your punch?
What? Right
Where's
there?
the punch?
That was the punch I was using. Let's try to get that out.
Yeah.
This one's thin enough.
You're good.
The hell? What'd you do?
Don't worry about it.
No, tell me so I know for
Cock
future
the
reference.
hammer. You cock the hammer, it releases that tension.
That tension on it?
Yep.
I was struggling. Like, it was not seating correctly. The pins kept dropping, but there was a certain way you have to install it. You have to install it, actually install the safety first. So you drop the trigger, put the safety in, and then you can actually finish installing it from there. I didn't know that. It took me a minute to figure that out.
Yeah, you know what? I did have a quick change of plans, I think. I want to be different. If someone's already building a 16-inch gun, I might as well switch it up, right?
That's smart.
It's crazy.
That'll make it unique.
You know what? No, I'm going to go head-to-head against you. You beat me on speed, but you're not going to get me on this one.
Fight. I'm just going to instigate.
Originally, I was going to go with a shorter barrel, but I didn't. When I opened up the build box, some of the parts that I was hoping to use for that shorter build weren't there. So once I saw all the options that I had in front of me, I put the best gun together that I could.
Adam, what are you talking over there? What kind of...
You know what?
Just
I was going to
talking-
go with something different, but then
talking
after
smack.
she beat me on speed, I'm like, she's not beating me at this. So I'm going right now. I'm head-to-head 16 inches. Let's get it done.
I hate you, Adam, but I outshot you still, so. We'll see.
No, you probably get me. Don't worry.
We've got some strong personalities in here.
Build Box, brought to you by Blue Force Gear, Gundealio.com, Lone Wolf Arms, Hollow Sun, and Real Avid.
I'm like, oh my God. How much you saved down on the chimney?
Huh?
How much you shaved down on the chimney?
Not a lot.
I've never took a drill or a Dremel to any ARs or any guns that I've ever built. Because this chimney, this chimney.
She's called it quits on the tennis. Said, nope, not messing with it anymore.
Nope.
I'm done.
Done with it.
Here's 3 pound, 2 pound, yeah. So for me, it was a double stage trigger, so 2-stage trigger, which is what I run anyways. Single stage triggers are nice, but I like a little bit of take up. I went with a 2 pound trigger pull from 682 from Timney Triggers, so it's 2-stage trigger, a little bit lighter. I'm used to about a pound and a half, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Ooh. Hey, builders. You wanted to know, what do I get for being closest to the bullseye? Is there a part you think you're missing? A part you'd like to add to your build? Well, it's time for the Brownells bonus box. You get 30 seconds in the box. You get to pick one item. So, Adam, you're up. Come on.
Yeah.
So Adam ended up pulling, walked up here, he ended up pulling like a red ergo grip.
Oh, pick something. Oh, bold move.
That's disappointing. That choice right there might come back to bite him. There's so many more choices in that box that could have enhanced his build. Better be confident in his gun building skills.
Oh, I see. Okay. With PCCs and the lowers, the trigger doesn't fit right in that lower, so you have to sand, Dremel, which is not my forte.
We gotta file the front of the housing in the chimney, that's it. You file the front because it doesn't fit in the curve.
Unreal.
Builders, 1 hour, 30 minutes left. 1 hour, 30 minutes.
I'm going in for...
Oh, she's throwing out the advantage.
I started sweating because I was struggling to put this trigger in. And I'm just like, this is the last thing I need right now.
All right, True. I'm going in for help. I got 5 minutes with a judge, so I am struggling with the trigger, and I need help. I chose True because he's an awesome guest judge, and for him to come all the way down here and judge our competition, I was like, why not? He's really, really impressive as far as in the gun industry as well, so I'm a writer, he's an editor. I just had that connection with him where I felt like it would be really fun. I really want this trigger to work. I really want the Timney to work.
Okay.
When I put it together, it's not going in and fitting with this lower, so I was trying to shave down the sides, but.
Okay, so show me.
Okay, so putting this together, I went with a trigger help because I either had mil-spec trigger or the Timney trigger. It's just catching up on the sides, but I don't know if I'm not sanding enough, if I
Yeah,
can use this
have you got
Dremel.
a file? Take some more off.
We were trying to get the Timney in, and he was explaining to me which grit sandpaper I needed to use, how far I needed to trim the edges on both the front and the back if I was going to use that trigger.
It doesn't fit quite in the front or the back. You need to take some off of these, like here and
Okay.
here, and not here.
On both sides, duh. Okay,
So do you see how much more you've got to take?
yeah, that's a lot. How
So-
do I get a mil-spec trigger in though?
Do you know how to put a mil-spec
It's
trigger
been
together?
a long time. We went through like the mil-spec build. If I had to go back to that, I haven't used a mil-spec trigger in years because I really do like custom triggers that work.
Okay.
So if I put this in, I got the bumper fat end
Okay, so
down.
let me show you how that fits in
30
there.
seconds.
So this fits in here just like
The
this.
question she asked him was about the same trigger that I was struggling with. So I'm up here hearing all the advice he's giving her, like, okay, all right.
2, 1, come on back.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, cool, my trigger works now. So like I kind of took advantage of it.
Next week on Build Box.
Adam was like just like drumming 15, 20 minutes.
This is it. I'm heading home at this point.
I originally wanted to do like a nice little ghetto theme, like just straight gold.
I don't know how to tie paracord.
I just don't do it.
I kept dropping so much stuff.
So one of the pieces is under this leg.
Well, we had our reservations about this trigger, and it is completely bad.
Would you like to learn more about building your own gun? Go to buildboxtv.com for videos with tips and tricks to help you get started.